So I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually have a magic trick to start this video off, but I have a magic wand, and that has to count for something, doesn't it? Now You See Me. So Now You See Me stars Jesse Eisenberg, Ela Fisher, Woody Harrelson, and Dave Franco, and they play these magicians who have been brought together by this mysterious figure. Fast forward a year, and now they're all doing a show in Vegas, and their big stunt is that they rob a bank. And now Mark Ruffalo's character plays this cop who comes in and he goes, "Yeah, no, that's not cool, we're taking you guys in." And so now we got a pretty cool movie. So from the trailers, I was really interested in this movie. It looked really cool. I like magic movies. The cast was also really good. You have the 4 leads. You have Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine, Mark Ruffalo. So yeah, I was sold on this movie. And I have to say, it was a really cool movie. Now this movie starts off and it's really exciting. They do their first heist and that's really cool. But then I think in between the magic acts, the movie kind of does slow down a little bit. That was kind of irritating. I wanted to see more magic in there. But the magic that they do show is really cool. And the 4 main magicians in this movie are really good, particularly Jesse Eisenberg. He's this really smooth-talking, kind of cocky guy, and you can tell that he's always a few steps ahead of Mark Ruffalo's character. Like he says in the movie, first rule of being a magician, always be the smartest person in the room. And he does just that. Ela Fisher and Woody Harrelson were also really good. Woody Harrelson's character is kind of like this sidekick almost. He reads people's body language and he can read their minds, and so he can see what they're thinking, so it's really cool to watch him work his craft. Dave Franco was kind of the wild card going into this movie. He hasn't really had any big roles at all. Before this, he was known as James Franco's brother. And after this movie, he's still kind of just known as James Franco's brother. But he did a good job in the movie, so that was awesome. Now, Michael Caine and Morgan Freeman are in this movie. Lucius Fox and Alfred have been reunited, even though I'm pretty sure they only had like 1 scene together in the entire Dark Knight trilogy. But still, it's cool to see them in the same movie again. And Morgan Freeman plays this ex-magician who's kind of working on both sides. He makes his money by explaining all the tricks that other magicians are doing. So he helps Mark Ruffalo's character capture the crew in the movie. And of course, Morgan Freeman just knocks it out of the park in this movie. Michael Caine's character I thought was going to be a bigger part of this movie. He's actually not. His last scene is about halfway through this movie. But for the purpose he served, he was really good in the movie too. He plays this really rich guy who's financing all their shows, and he plays a really good, rich, old guy. Now the ending of this movie might leave people disappointed a little bit. It is kind of a convoluted and confusing story, and I think some of the characters kind of change their motives halfway through the movie. So it does kind of feel like the writers wrote themselves into a corner, and then they were just kind of ending, there you go. That should work. I think it'll work. And for the most part, it does work. Then again, this movie is not trying to be like Inception or anything like that. It is trying to be one of those movies that really gets your mind working, and it does do a good job at that. Honestly, watching some of these magicians just makes you feel smarter when you're watching it. But overall, the ending was kind of confusing and a little weird. Overall, Now You See Me is a really fun and cool movie to watch. I think that the cast all did a great job. The writing was a little sloppy at parts, and I wanted to see more magic than what we got. But overall, it's a really cool heist-type magic movie. And I'm going to give Now You See Me a B-. I'd say definitely check it out. So Now You See Me, have you seen it? What did you think of it? What did you think of the ending too? It was a little weird, so I want to know other people's thoughts. Comment down below, tell me what you thought, and thanks for watching this video. If you guys like this review, then click here to see more.